This week I wanted to do something related to Independence Day. So I decided to build an edge-lit, laser-etched Declaration of Independence. Now from the get-go I had a problem, because I don't have access to a laser cutter, and I needed one of those in order to easily etch the acrylic. My friend Craig has his own prototyping business, and he graciously offered to do it for me. Here you can see a test cut on a piece of paper. I actually wasn't able to be there when Craig engraved the acrylic, just because our schedules didn't match up, but I did meet up with him today, and here it is. He actually engraved the back side so that the front stays nice and smooth, and he also thinks that the edge lighting works better when it's engraved on the back. Obviously he had to reverse the pattern for that to work, but as you can see, it turned out really well. So now all I have to do is make some kind of base that this thing can slide into, and it'll be heavy enough to hold it up straight, and it also has to hold a bunch of LED lights that will then shine up into the acrylic. So I'll just have to figure that out. So for the electronics, I decided to use this RGB LED strip from an old project. I bought it from Adafruit.com. I've got it hooked up here to a teensy Arduino. It's basically just a tiny little Arduino. The Arduino can control each LED individually, which means I can run some cool animations. I know the acrylic's about 8.5 inches wide, but I can only cut the LED strip at certain intervals. In this case, I'd have to cut it right here and end up with just 6 LEDs. I decided to make the base out of a piece of 2x2 since it's sturdy, cheap, and easy to work with. I marked all the places I'd need to cut, and then I went to work. You can see here I routed out the bottom. That's so I can embed the electronics inside of this thing. I did my best with the Dremel router. Then I cut a small piece of 1/4-inch plywood. The block will get mounted on top of this, and that way it'll be more sturdy and it won't wobble over. I then cut a hole in the bottom. That way, when the block's mounted on top, I can still get the electronics in and out. I applied a bunch of wood glue, cleaned off the excess, and attached the two pieces together. Then I clamped them down. Now this is going to work, but it's not going to look very good even with paint. So I decided to use my new vacuum forming tool to make a plastic shell. This will cover up all the wood and make it a lot easier to paint. You can see after I cut off all the excess with a razor blade, it already looks a lot better. Then I hit it with some black metallic spray paint left over from another project. You can see it looks much nicer, even though in truth it's still just a piece of wood. Then I inserted the electronics. And the last step was to put in the acrylic. It's a pretty tight fit, but that worked out well for me because it holds the acrylic in place nice and secure. It looks great even when it's not lit up. The last thing to do was to plug it in and see how it looked. Even with the lights on, you can see it looks fantastic. I programmed in several different animations, all with a red, white, and blue theme. I'll cycle through all of them here so you can see what they look like. While it looks great with the lights on, it looks even better in the dark. So thanks for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, please like or subscribe to let me know.